Hey everyone, welcome to Stratele Studios. I'm Jeff Castanon. Welcome to another No Pause video reaction and analysis. Today I have for you a request from my wonderful patron, Andreas Wall. Andreas has always given me some really interesting things to check out, stuff I haven't seen before, and this is no exception. This is Nina Simone doing Sinnerman. And my connection with Nina Simone actually comes by way of David Bowie. Nina Simone did a song called Wild as the Wind, and Bowie covered it, and I fell in love with this version that Bowie did, not knowing it was a Nina Simone song at the time, but it quickly became one of my favorite Bowie recordings. So I got to go back and listen to her original version of it, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's just such a beautifully emotional song. I will put links to that in the description along with Bowie's version of it if you're interested in knowing a little bit about that song as well. But for now, we are going to check out Sinnerman. So this is going to be the first time that I will hear this song. So let's check this out together. All right, let's hit that play button.
Sinnerman, where you gonna run to? Sinnerman, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? All on that day, will I run to the rock? Please hide me and run to the rock. Please hide me and run to the rock. Please hide me, Lord, all on that day. But the rock cried out, I can't hide you, the rock cried out. I can't hide you, the rock cried out. I ain't gonna hide you down. All on that day, I said, rock, what's the matter with you, rock? Don't you see I need you, rock? Lord, Lord, Lord. All
it's real interesting mix on this. The drums are all panned to the left. Piano on the sorry, drums are on the right, piano's on the left, and then they're all spread out. I could hear all the instruments in this mix with the headphones on.
It was boiling around to the sea. It was boiling around to the sea. It was boiling all on that day. So I ran to the Lord. Please hide me, Lord. Don't you see me pray? See me down here praying, but the Lord said, go to the devil. The Lord said, go to the devil. He said, go to the devil all on that day. So I ran to the devil. He was waiting, I ran to the devil. He was waiting, I ran to the devil. He was waiting all on that day. I cried.
Now it's starting to open up. Oh, wow. I got two guitars in there. Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I ran to the river. It was boiling around the sea. It was boiling around the sea. It was boiling all on the day. So I ran to the Lord. I said, Lord, hide me. Please hide me. Please help me all on that day. He said, child, where were you when you ought to have been praying? Said, Lord, Lord, hear me praying, Lord, Lord, hear me praying, Lord, Lord, hear me praying all on that day. Said, oh man, you ought to be praying, ought to be praying, said a man, ought to be praying all on that day. I cried, power, 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 Don't you know I need you, Lord? Don't you know that I need you? Don't you know that I need you? How
Oh man, I love this guy on piano. Geez. When you just don't want to stop. Wow, that was a 10-minute freight train. I'm telling you. Some things that I was thinking about as I'm listening to this. First of all, I want to say this is just a masterclass in singing with conviction. I believe every word that comes out of her mouth that this is authentic. I mean, the way she delivers it, she puts everything into her singing. When she sings, you believe it. And I love that about her. You pay attention. I mean, it's like having a conversation with somebody who's got something important to say, and you're just really glued to them. And that's what I get from her. The group is amazing at each of what they do. I just want to start with the piano player in this because he did a couple of things that kind of popped my head open for a second. It was very interesting listening to what he did because he was daring. And I loved that about what he was doing, was that he surprised me and he was bold about what he was doing, but he was still so interesting and taking chances. So I really, really love that. He stood out a lot to me. It was really interesting hearing the drums because a lot of it, he was on the hi-hat for a lot of it. So you kind of got anchored into that. And then when he'd go to the full kit and go to the toms and kind of open up, that you really felt the song open up as well. So that was a really cool device. Bass players doing some really cool stuff, especially the stuff he did up high, which I really liked. You had two guitar players I could hear, one guy on the left, one guy on the right, and they were doing separate things, which, you know, obviously that's what you want to do. If you got two guitar players, you want them to complement each other, and they really did complement each other. The breakdown section with the clapping was really surprising to me and a welcome change, because the strength and the this kinetic feel, this push and this constant like moving forward feeling, the motion in this is a very forward motion thing, like a freight train. And when it hits that section where it drops out, that one section, it was perfect timing. That's where I felt that I needed to get a release from that. That's where that came in. But the clapping part was super interesting to me, that they just kind of all broke it down to clapping, in tempo. And that made me think a lot about the act of clapping with music. And a lot of bands do this. If you see, rock bands and, dance bands and funk bands and country bands, it doesn't matter who it is. They all have this thing where they want the audience to clap. And there's a reason for that. The reason for clapping and getting the audience into it is because there's something that happens in your mind when you take a physical action while you're listening to music. It changes you from a spectator to a participant. And that's what I love about this, is that I could just imagine whatever audience they were playing for must have been clapping with them too, because you just can't help it when you see people clapping on the beat. You just feel, like you want to get into that too. And that bridges the gap between the band and the audience, because once the audience has taken a physical action with the music, they are now a musician. Clapping your hands is an instrument, so you get to join the band, and that's such a cool thing. And I really love that they did that in this song. This is cool. This is really cool. I also was thinking about the fact that it's like a little over 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes and 19 seconds. That, as a listener, you can just kind of get hypnotized by it, But as a musician and playing this kind of thing, you get locked into this groove and you just don't want to stop. It just feels so good. And I could tell that these guys just did not want to stop, and they were having so much fun with it, and they just didn't want that feeling to end. And that's what I got out of it. Very cool. Andreas, thank you so much for this request. And this is definitely a different one for you, and I really appreciate that. So kudos to you, man. All right, come back for more. We will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.